Sports. And we're going to see Brian Thomas Jr. Always staying busy, he's your league leader in receiving yards. It's the Lions and the Browns on EA Sports.
It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Greg, it's that time of the year. A little bit more urgency. The calendar page turns to November. We kind of know who the good teams are. Midpoint of the NFL season, always a great time to take a step back and look ahead to what's down the road for us.
Yeah, no doubt. And I always felt, even as a player, that you never really knew how good you were as a team or how good everyone else around the league was until you kind of got to this point in the year. November, December football. That's really where teams separate themselves from the pack. And that's where playoff pictures start to unravel. That's where there's a little bit more clarity between the haves and the have-nots. And this is when NFL football gets fun. Holidays are coming. Playoff pictures are unfolding. This is a blast.
This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. They're led by their man at quarterback out of the University of Florida. It's Anthony Richardson.
I think when you go back and watch the film for last week, Mike, he played fairly well for the most part. Now, are there some things to clean up? Absolutely. Some of his footwork, both inside and outside the pocket, still has a long way to go. The occasional errant throw or just thinking, hey, I've got a big arm, I'm going to fit this ball in the window. Some of that stuff needs to get cleaned up, but overall, not bad. But what matters the most in wins and losses, and he just wasn't the difference maker his team needed when they needed him the most.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Pitts is the man in motion. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And a pickup of 3 or maybe 4. Brian Branch in on the tackle. Third and 5. From the gun, Richardson. He's got his tight end. That's Pitts. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. We'll send a tight end in motion right. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Throwing on 2nd down, Richardson. He'll get this out to his running back. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to.
And the rush gets home. He'll go down. Thank God.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
So, 4th down, they'll hand it over to A.J. Cole to punt it. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. So that Detroit offense taking the field for the first time and taking the snaps, a quarterback now in his 3rd year in the league.
There wasn't really anything fancy about their performance in last week's win, Mike. I mean, he had the 1 interception. He would clearly like to have that one back. But for the most part, thought he did a nice job keeping the ball out of harm's way. However, it's clear after reviewing the film, he left a lot of opportunities out there. I think there was a lot of meat left on that bone. The 2 touchdown passes, those were great. If he's going to continue to lead his team to more wins in the future, he has to do a better job identifying those mismatches, finding those opportunities, and when they present themselves, he's got to take it.
Back to throw. That's caught. It's Marshawn Lord. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays off, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop. The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
Here's a first carry for their running back, and he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6. On the handoff, it's Lloyd. And he's going to bring this one close to a first down. Looks like they'll mark him just a yard short. Third and a yard. Now they'll set up to throw. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he will be out of bounds on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. So we've come to the end of a fairly evenly played opening quarter. What will the second quarter have in store? And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's 1st and goal. A short game, down to the 7. Here now, 2nd down and goal.
Here we go, set.
They'll go with him again. And this time, he's in. Marshawn Lloyd. Touchdown, Detroit. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work. In this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off. 6.
$7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The Browns offense and Rashee Rice set to take over once more. He's been filling up the stat sheet on a weekly basis, hasn't he? You get a look at where he ranks in terms of receptions by a wideout. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's Richardson. Short pass taken in by the tight end. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Now give on the ground, and not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing. Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Lions offense and running back Marshawn Lloyd set to take over. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got a man downfield. It's Thomas. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That one to the sideline is over everybody. But now a penalty flag will come in. They may get him for grounding. He'll drop to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. 3rd and long. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now 4th down.
Oftentimes, it's the wide open ones that are the hardest to catch. It seems like the ball is in the air forever. You start overthinking it. You start really making more of it than what you should, and you let it slip away.
A ball deep for the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Brian Thomas. Touchdown, Lions. So they take the shot downfield, and it is caught in the end zone for a touchdown. What a big play that is, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike. And the key to a play like this is when the ball travels this far in the air, they teach you, don't look back, look up, because that's where the ball will be. And in this case, he was able to secure it and come away with a big touchdown.
Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions move out on top, 14-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Browns offense ready to take over once again. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Motion man is Rice. On 2nd down, Richardson. That's caught. It's the tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. Richardson to throw here on 1st and 10. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. Out of shotgun, Richardson. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. Here now, 3rd and 5. Gonna fire. Deep ball for Rice. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. Then you say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half, putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase first downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small. And oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove.
The Lions offense and Brian Thomas set to take over yet again. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in the first half, it's resulted in a big play that is borne out by those eye-popping numbers. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Here's a screen now for Lloyd. And he's out of bounds, up beyond the 40-yard line.
Just seems nowadays, Mike, there's so many running backs in the NFL that you can classify as being dual threats. Of course, we see them every week make their impact on the ground. But here in the first half, it's his ability in the passing game and do bulk of his damage as a receiving threat.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Now, faking the give. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
Here we go. 79 Broncos. Ready?
They'll look to throw. He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. And that is incomplete. Brian Thomas, the intended receiver. And 3rd down coming up. He'll look to throw. Again, working deep downfield. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Detroit. They get the job done in the air. Greg, that is a play we see often. It's also a play we see work very often.
Mike, that 4 vertical route, it puts a ton of pressure on the secondary. But in order to do that, you have to give your quarterback time for those receivers to get downfield. Give credit to the offensive line. That's exactly what they did. They're able to take advantage for the strength.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The Browns offense gonna take over here in the final minute of this first half. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on 1st down. He's gonna tuck it and go. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. They face 2nd down and 7. Motion man is Rice. A 2nd down throw for Richardson. A short throw taken in by Goedert. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Richardson going to look to throw. He'll try to run for it.
You've got to keep all your options on the table on third down, and that's exactly what this quarterback did. He's looking to throw it, nothing there. He pulls it down himself, and he's able to convert for the first down.
Richardson to throw it here on first down. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Richardson. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion. Certainly not one of his better throws, but what I've loved out of this quarterback today, Mike, was just how aggressive he's remained throughout the entire course of the game. Continue to push the ball downfield. Even if it falls incomplete, it opens up everything else in this passing game, and they've had their way so far today. You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
The Lions call their first timeout. So the Browns going to bring out their kicker and try a field goal. This a 57-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. Everything's going wrong. Unable to cut into this big deficit.
Man, that would have been such a nice boost for this group going into halftime. The snap was good. The hold was good. He just couldn't quite get it through the uprights.
He's going to take a shot down the field. That's caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
Mike, I'm not sure how else to put it other than this is just a complete defensive breakdown. I mean, from where this ball was snapped, you simply have to just defend the end zone, and if they throw it short, come up and rally tackle. If they throw it in the end zone, high point the ball and knock it down. You cannot give up 6 points to end this half.
Bates now for the extra point. And the kick is good. So what a finish to this first half as they extend the lead. And instead, why don't we get right back to it as we'll get ready for the third quarter. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Lions offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. He's building a case for the MVP. He is the leader in the NFL in touchdown passes as we move into the back half of the season. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Past midfield to the 45. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Detroit. So they come up with a long touchdown on the little short pass. Greg, the quarterbacks love those pop passes, especially when they end up in the end zone.
Mike, you're well aware of the phrase in golf that there's no pictures on a scorecard. Well, in this case, there's no pictures on a box score because it doesn't matter if you throw it 1 yard or 50. You get credit for it all. In this case, he'll take credit for the touchdown.
Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions stretch out this lead even more. It is now 35-0. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one. through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look.
Here we go, set. Go.
Motion man is the tight end going right. Drive will start on the ground. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. 2nd and 7. They'll stick with him again. That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. Makai Wingo in there on the tackle. Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Here we go.
Motion man is Rice. From the gun, Richardson. He's got a man. It's Dobbs. 15 yards through the air. It's a Browns 1st down.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the 3rd quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
On 1st down, it's Richardson. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And they'll get about half what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Richardson. And they're going to get to him and take him down. Take him back to the other side of midfield.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. To throw, it's Richardson. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. The Browns getting their punting team out there as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. That's going to be out of bounds. Well judged and spotted right at the 10-yard line. The Lions offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. What more could you ask for on 1st down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short. Back to throw. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. But he can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback. One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10.
18, pioneer. Check up.
Now they'll set up to throw. That's complete. It's Lloyd. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Let's go now.
He'll go right and find his running back. And he'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Second and a yard. It's the quarterback with a sneak. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a 1st down.
In this situation, Mike, I'd love to see the play caller take advantage of 2nd and short. Typically, this is one of the best opportunities to take a play action, deep shot down the field, knowing you still have 3rd down and potentially 4th down to pick up the remaining yards. In this case, they go quarterback sneak, they convert, but I think they left a little bit on the table.
The Lions call their 1st timeout.
On the set.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He'll drop to throw. And he might have waited just a bit too long there as he throws it incomplete. Looking to set up the screen, but the defense wouldn't give him the time.
Track him 60. Set it. Ready.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. Throw left side, taken in by Thomas. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
And that throw just seems like the cherry on top of what has been an incredible day for this quarterback. And I wouldn't be surprised here late if we get to see the backup after this drive. And there's one guy in the stadium that has earned the right to stand on the sideline and relax. It's this quarterback.
Okay, ready.
They can still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. Give inside, there's Lloyd. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that 1st down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. They'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Lions. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
Here's Bates for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Lions keep winding that lead. It is now 42-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
It looks like we've got an injured Brown on the field. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, here's Richardson. Right side, catch made by Dobbs. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
A gain of 16 yards. And the Browns.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Take go.
Richardson operating from the pistol. Yeah. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical. This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless...
Oh, in trouble. Down he goes. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. They do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. The extra point, up and good. And the Browns will get just a bit closer. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This one taken at the 7. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And as we move into the second half of the season, he continues to put up the big numbers. Currently the NFL's leader in passing as we play here in the month of November.
Here we go. Sack.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll let this one go deep for Thomas. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. They continue to add points. Greg, very interesting here. They are just rolling up the score even though we're in the 4th.
No doubt, Mike. I mean, this offensive play caller has no let-up. I mean, he's going to see how many points can I put on this scoreboard before that clock runs out.
Bates now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Lions will add one more onto their big lead. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. The visitors' offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Richardson to throw. Now he'll air one out. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be second down. Richardson. The throw on the run is complete. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. Throwing is Richardson. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. So it's a win here for the Lions. Their winning ways continue. They've yet to be stopped as they remain